everyone, I'm Lori with Royal Treatment Travel, and I am getting ready to go on my favorite family vacation, a Disney cruise. And so I thought this would be a great time to share with you some items that I have found to be essential to bring with on a Disney cruise. So to start with, before you leave, you will have completed Disney Cruise Line's online check-in, and when you do, they will ask you to complete or to print and bring with this form, my online check-in port arrival form. So you're going to want to print that and bring that with you. Next, they will send you, I believe I received mine about 3 to 4 weeks prior to our departure date, a Disney cruise booklet, and this booklet has all of your information in it. When you open it right away, your luggage tags are in it, so that has your stateroom number, and that will help your luggage get directly to your room. Also in here, it tells you when to affix your luggage tags, which could be different for you depending on how you're arriving at port. You'll also find any information on any pre-reserved activities, dining reservations that you've made, like at Palo or Remy, Princess Gathering, pre-reservations, excursions, all of that information is in here, along with dress code information. You'll also find in the back some contact cards to leave with family or friends, the information on how to reach you. Should there be an emergency back home and someone needs to reach you on the phone, they can call this number and your stateroom number is on the back and they can get to you. We have had to use this in the past, and so I would just really strongly recommend you leave that information with someone. I generally email it to who I want to have it, and that way I know they have it electronically and we don't have to worry about losing a paper. Also in that booklet is some information about required documents. Now, hopefully when you booked your Disney cruise, you have looked at the required documents to cruise, and so you need to plan that ahead of time. Don't wait until the last minute. Although a passport is not required, we always strongly recommend it. So when you cruise and you leave from a U.S. port and you sail on a ship and you return to the U.S. port, a passport is not required. However, should you need to fly home from somewhere that is not a U.S. port, like Nassau, Bahamas, and you don't have your passport, you won't be able to fly home. And so that being said, we always recommend the passport. Your passport should be good 6 months past your travel dates. That has changed in the last few years, and so make sure your passport is good 6 months past your travel dates. And then if you are not using a passport and you're going to use other forms of identification like a birth certificate or driver's license, some other form of government issued photo ID or identification, just make sure you have what you need. Sometimes we think we have the kids' birth certificates and we really don't, but you just need to plan ahead to make sure you have those documents. It's government regulated. If you can't supply the required documents, you will be denied boarding. So just make sure you have those documents taken care of. Now onto the fun stuff. When you check in, they will give you key cards for your rooms. So there are no magic bands on the Disney cruise. They're key cards. And these key cards have your dinner information on it as well, but these will open your rooms. And you will want something to carry them in. And so Disney gave us these lanyards, I think, on our second cruise, but bring with a lanyard with a pocket to keep your cards in. It's really handy, and it sure is nice to be hands-free while you're roaming around the ship. So I found a lanyard is a great thing to have with. Now, after you check in, they will take your luggage and deliver it to your room. And the first time we went on a Disney cruise, I don't know what I was thinking, but I just thought maybe it'd be an hour or two and I would have my luggage in my room. And that is just not how it works. There's a lot of luggage to get to a lot of rooms. And so it will be several hours before you see your luggage again. So that means you need to have everything you need on hand. So I suggest bringing a backpack. I have done a carry-on wheeled luggage before, and I did not like that. It felt very big and bulky, so I recommend a backpack. And this one's kind of large, but I can fit everything in here for my family for that time that we are on the ship prior to getting our luggage. So in that, I will pack a swimsuit for everyone in a wet bag. So when you board the ship, the pools are open and they're not very busy. It's a great time to hop in the pool. People are boarding the ship and they're busy exploring, and so it's a fantastic time to go swimming. And so I will pack the swimsuits for the kids. One of them in here, I packed them 2 because no one likes to wear a wet swimsuit. So but one of them will go in here so we can go swimming right away if we want. And then if they want to change and get dry afterwards and not go back to the room, then I can just keep their wet swimsuits in here. A Ziploc bag would work fine too, but I really like having kind of a wet bag for that. Other things to bring: sunscreen. You can see I definitely need that. Wet ones to clean off tables that haven't been cleaned off yet. I also use these on the airplane. Don't want to get any germs and get sick for vacation. Hand sanitizer, bring hand sanitizer. There is also hand sanitizer all over the ship. Use it, use the hand sanitizer. Don't get sick on vacation. So I always bring some extra. I like to have it on hand. Don't want anybody getting sick. Sunglasses, hat, always a good choice. My little Disney Cruise Line hat. Another thing I like to bring is a portable cell phone charger. Now, I seem to forget the cord. I forget the other half. So bring both parts. I know now you can buy them with the built-in cords, but I have not purchased one of those yet. So a portable cell phone charger. You will be using your phone likely to take pictures if you're like me. Most of us do nowadays. But on top of that, Disney Cruise Line has an app that you can put on your phone, and on that app, if you make sure you put the app on before you leave port so that you already have it on your phone, and then while you are there, you can use it to communicate to one another back and forth. So like my husband and I can basically text message each other through the app on our phones, and so we'll communicate that way mostly. They do have wave phones in the staterooms on the phone. There's a big fine if you lose one. They're not cheap. I would rather have my phone with me personally. I feel like I know how to operate that better than the wave phone, but that's an option as well. But you don't want your phone to die and then you won't be able to communicate. So portable cell phone charger. Also, autograph books. You never know when you're going to bump into a Disney character, and the kids would be so sad if these were stuck inside their luggage that they couldn't get to. So have your autograph books on hand. A hot and cold water bottle, preferably one that doesn't leak. So I will probably bring a portable water bottle for everybody in the family. It's just kind of nice to have. They have, pop is included in your cruise fare, and so you can fill up anywhere where that is available on the ship. But if you just want ice water even, or if you're at Castaway Cay before you get off the ship, it's nice to fill up your bottle with what you want. And a hot and cold one is great because you put your coffee in it as well. So I recommend a spill-proof hot and cold water bottle. Also, a little like waterproof phone case is kind of nice if you are at port or doing an excursion and you don't want to leave your phone behind. If you're like me, you didn't trust it, so I had to like try it out at home before the first time I used it, but these are great. So I would recommend one of those. And then a small bag is just great if you're hopping off the ship at all, like a crossbody bag of any sort, just to kind of keep stuff in. To be honest, when you're roaming around the ship, you don't really need to have a lot with you, and so this is mostly for when I'm off the ship and for traveling. I just kind of like to have it. And then another thing to bring is a beach bag. I have forgotten a beach bag before. I don't know how, but I've forgotten a beach bag. So bring a beach bag. I like this because it's got lots of pockets and kids are always handing me stuff. So I have lots of room for everybody's things. And then water bottles. There's lots of pockets for water bottles around the outside. So this is my favorite one to use for the beach, but bring a beach bag. Some other things to remember: cash for tipping. Most of us have prepaid our gratuities. However, if you are having people help you with your baggage when you arrive or ordering any room service, it's good to have some small bills on hand. So travel with some small bills for tipping. And then if you have any trouble with seasickness, sea bands are a great option to purchase ahead of time and wear throughout the trip. I know you can buy those on Amazon. You can buy them just about anywhere now. I do know that on the ship they have seasick medicine that you can get for free. So I'm not planning on bringing any. We don't usually have trouble with seasickness in my family, but if you do know you have it, it'd be nice to have a sea band ahead of time. Also, they have Pirate Night. Pirate Night is so fun. Everybody gets dressed up as little or as much as they like. Some people come in full-on pirate costumes that night. Others just a little bit less. So I think this time I packed like white t-shirts and black pants. I'm gonna make red sashes for the kids. And Disney will give a Mickey pirate bandana to everybody. So that is really fun to dress up for. And they have fireworks. They do that in all of their sailings. Super fun night. So bring a pirate costume if you would like. Also, door magnets. So Disney Cruise Line doors, for the most part, are magnetic. Now, if you're in concierge level rooms on the Dream and the Fantasy, they're wood doors, and so that won't benefit you at all. But otherwise, bringing magnets to decorate your doors is a super fun way to find your room. The kids think it's fun because they can find their room really easily. All those doors look the same when you're running down the hallway. But you can make your own, print things off online and laminate them and put magnetic strips on the back, or you can order some on Etsy. There's tons of places that make them, but it's really fun to decorate your door, and the kids really like it. Don't forget to bring a cardigan or a sweater. It gets really chilly on the ship at night, out in the ocean. It's breezy and cool, and then their theater is pretty chilly too, so it's good to bring with a couple of those. And then another thing to consider is if you wanted to bring alcohol on board, Disney Cruise Line does allow a certain amount to be brought on board. So check that out ahead of time if that's something that you think you would like to do. Alcohol is expensive on board, and so if that's something you really want, check out the requirements for that. Otherwise, those are the most important things that I feel are important to remember on a Disney cruise. I hope you're watching this because you get to go on your own Disney cruise, and I'm really excited for you. I hope you have a great vacation. And if not, and you would like to know more about planning a Disney cruise or booking your own Disney cruise, you can contact us by finding us at royaltreatmenttravel.com, and we would be happy to help you book your Disney cruise. Thank you, and have fun. Bye.